Hey, you two, it's your boy Domination. This back in the base. The chuckle to do so with the do it, Texas baby, and get it again. The all place, 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 go get it. It's right back in the base. Chuckle to do since I would do Texas baby, man. I Douglas back. You know what it is. 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 Real men rise up, fake men rise down. Real women rise up, fake women rise down. Proud to where I preach and preach on. And today's topic we're going to talk about is, I want to talk about, is game recognized game, or real recognized real, or fake recognized fake? Because when they're going to recognize things, when they're going to recognize it, recognize, because there's a real reason. There's no leadership why black men ain't running and leading his own community. But every other man can lead his community, except black men. Every other man get the best of his women, except black men. They can have the best of how can I say this? Every other man get the best thing when it comes to sex, except, the brother. But this brother will explain for you, man. Begging for sex, man, make you a simp, man, vagina, Captain Saber hoes, thirsting, tricking, and simping. Stop doing all that. That's the why the cause of the community, why sisters act the way they act. And I ain't gonna lie, sisters are the cause of it too, but it really is us, man. I can't tell you how I see this stuff so many times. But recognize it. Recognize this, man. But this brother will explain to you what the problem is, why brothers can't always get what they want. They have to earn what they want. If you want to earn something, you ask for it. Women want to think they have their way. They have to earn their way to get what they want. They got the need in the world. Nothing ain't for free. You have to ask for it and earn for it. That's what I believe. But recognize this, and this brother will explain to you why this stuff is going on, and he'll tell you. It show you why this stuff is going on. But here it is right here. He'll explain to you.
Imagine you're at the beach building a sandcastle. There are lots of other people there, and they're building sandcastles too. But every once in a while, someone will walk up to you begging you for some sand. There's sand for miles around, free for the taking, but people are pleading, kissing your feet, offering you money with tears running down their faces, begging you for some of your sand. And that's the average black male today. Today, women are as common as sand. And just like sand at the beach, women are so plentiful and so easy to get that you don't have to even try hard to get one. Sex is a basic biological function, and yet black men treat it like a miracle. Black men created the art of snapping your fingers and getting a woman, and now they treat it like their desperate last act of survival. Getting a woman is supposed to be second nature to a black man, and now with access to the internet, even your dead uncle can get a date. There is no excuse for any black man to be sucking up to a woman and degrading himself trying to get her into bed. But what do you see black men doing? You've got females with 4 and 5 kids who've been set out by half the dudes in town, and you have black men addressing her as queen. Every time you see some 4-foot-tall, 500-pound black female calling herself thick, it's guaranteed you'll find at least 2 black males calling her sexy. And when you go to the internet, it's like a simp plantation. You'll have females treating black men like dirt, saying all black men are deadbeats and dogs and calling them everything but a child of God, and you'll see a parade of black males telling her she's right, and then trying to get her phone number. This goes beyond just plain old liking sex. This is being desperate for draws. Sex is supposed to be a part of your existence. It's not supposed to define your existence. But most black men today are downright slaves to any vagina that walks into the room. They can sit and talk for hours about sex the way ESPN talks about sports all day. It's now nothing short of a fixation. A fixation isn't always destructive, but here's how you know it's a problem. You know a person has an alcohol problem when they don't care if you're drinking the best liquor or the nastiest, smelliest rot gut brew. As long as it has alcohol in it, they'll take it. It's the same with a drug addict. They'll snort $2,000 a gram cocaine or huff on a $7 bottle of spray paint, so long as they can get high. And these desperate dudes are the same way. They will try to kiss up to any female, no matter how ugly, no matter how fat, no matter how raggedy, torn down, broke, or used up she is. As long as she has something resembling a vagina, these black males will holler. It's one thing to say having a white woman is a status symbol for a black man, at least in a white society it is. And it's one thing to say having a woman is a status symbol for a black man. But it's totally different to say having a vagina is the status symbol for a black man. It's a sad day when the bar has fallen that low. But this is what 4 generations of single mothers running the black home has done. These boys have been so flooded with a monolithic feminine environment that they worship females, either by trying to become one and being gay, or by being the dopey sidekick zombie to any set of ovaries they bump into. Black men have forgotten that you don't earn a woman's respect by being her flunky. You earn a woman's respect by being a man. And so many of them will do anything for the chance to lay up with a woman that they will let her treat him like a stray dog if it means she'll give him a booty pic from her Facebook profile. And for a lot of these guys, I don't think it's even about sex. I think it's that they're so starving for the approval of a woman that they'll resort to the most desperate measures with even the most undesirable and undeserving of females. It used to be that low-hanging fruit got ignored on prom night, but every female today knows she can get a man. She knows that no matter how wrung out, broke down, or used up she is, no matter how many babies and how many baby daddies she has hanging off of her, even if she has a drug habit and STDs, she can still get a man. She knows that no matter how bad a shape she's in, there will be some thirsty dude raised by a single mother in a housing project who won't care what kind of female she is, so long as she's a female. Let's deal with some basic biological facts of why it's stupid for men to panhandle for panties. The first reason is math. Women outnumber men almost 2 to 1 and always have. The first thing you learn about a free market is that no matter how good something is, if you have more of it than you need, the value goes down. And if you have twice as much of something than you need, the person selling is lucky if you make them an offer at all, and you certainly don't beg them. That's called a buyer's market. Men are the buyers, and there's a huge surplus of women. There are not enough men to go round. Women already know this. Women want the man who has what they consider to be the best qualities. That usually means a strong personality, good looks, and money. The problem is that there are only 2 types of men who fit those requirements. Shrewd, calculating men who use their money and looks to attract one specific perfect woman, and players who use their money to attract a large number of general imperfect sex partners. Practically all those kinds of men are taken, so women usually end up settling for a guy who has 1 or 2 of the requirements. But since beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and most men don't have a personality or big money, this means competition is fierce and cutthroat for the men who do have at least 1 or 2 of the things women are looking for. So as a man, you already have twice as many women as you need, and most of your male competitors are hopeless losers. Why on earth are you reducing yourself to groveling for a discount when women are offering you a handout? The next basic reason it's futile to be desperate for drawers is because women hate it. We all remember the scene from the movie Coming to America, where Eddie Murphy tells his pre-selected wife to jump up and down on one leg and bark like a dog. And as soon as she does it, he immediately goes around the world looking for a new wife. That's because people are looking for a partner, not a lackey. It seems contradictory, but the more you try to convince someone that you're their lapdog, the less they like you. Being a feckless yes man works on an employer, but not a potential mate. Women are soft creatures. They don't want a man bringing them more softness. Women want a man who gives them all of the things they don't have. A woman wants a man who is his own person. People are naturally competitive. If a woman is arguing with someone, of course she wants a cheering section telling her she's right. But she knows you're just pandering to her. A man isn't supposed to pander to a woman. He is supposed to lead her. And no woman respects a man who follows her. The problem is, most black men have been raised by a single black woman, so they have no idea what a man is supposed to do with a woman except sleep with one. Sure, a woman will wink at the man who always tells her yes, but she will keep the man who isn't afraid to tell her no. To put it in male terms, a man will try to sleep with you on the first date, and we will call the woman who says yes, but we will keep the woman who says no. The next reason you can't beg for sex is because familiarity breeds contempt. In Coming to America, Eddie Murphy was bored with the woman who tried to be his slave. But the opposite is often true when it comes to women. When a woman knows you're a slave for sex, she may not get bored and run off. She may keep you around so she can abuse you. A man can see when a woman is easy for sex, and a woman can see when a man is desperate for sex. Most of the time we call these women gold diggers, but a gold digger is a woman who looks for a man desperate for sex. Those are the only men who try to use money to get sex. And a gold digger isn't always after money. Sometimes she just wants someone to give her access to something, a pat on the back or some other nuisance. The point is, she isn't keeping you around because she likes you. She's doing it because she can get something from you. If you don't mind being someone's fool, then I guess that's okay. But if you do, then you should be smarter. And lastly, probably the biggest reason black men need to stop simping and begging for draws is because you're actually making it harder to get what you claim you want. Your lame behavior has cracked up the game for everybody, including yourself. All black men know how to play dominoes, or at least you should. If you're in the lead, you try to keep other players from catching up by keeping the dominoes as low as possible. And this works well if you're playing one-on-one. The problem comes when you're playing with 3 or 4 people and some of them don't really know how to play the game. You'll be trying to keep the dominoes low, but this greenhorn who plays right after you will drop big 6. Next thing you know, the people you're trying to keep from scoring will drop big 4, and now they'll be in the lead. When someone's boneheaded plays set up other people at the table to score big, it's called messing up the money. The reason it's called that is because once your big dominoes are played, you won't be able to score big again and may never recover from it. So not only is he helping you lose, but he's helping himself lose too. Whenever you play any game, you aren't supposed to make any move that doesn't benefit you. The problem is when you're sitting next to some clown who keeps messing up the money. And that's how it is in the real world. Black men have control of the table when we play women one-on-one. As I stated before, we have all the odds in our favor. We're the ones in control. But that's not how simps are. Simps make statements like, women run the world with that thing between their legs. Nah, dude, women run you with that thing between their legs. And that's why you guys keep messing up the money. You don't actually know how to play the game, so you resort to desperate tactics because the chick next to you keeps smiling when you do it. But she isn't smiling because you're winning. She's smiling because she is, and you're making it easy. Every time you give some stank female the time of day, every time you call some fat hoe thick, every time you call some bastard baby-making single mammy a queen, every time you thumbs up some low-down broad on YouTube shaking her rump, every time a black man tells a hoe she's a hoe, and you come to the hoe's rescue and try to save her because you hope sticking up for some hood rat will score you some easy draws, you're messing up the money for yourself and all the rest of us. We as black men keep having to choose from the bottom of the barrel when we choose to only date black females. And a major reason is because so many black males will give prizes to hoes for being hoes. Human nature is to do the bare minimum to get what you want. If a woman can get compliments, whether she's a size 8 or a size 18, then she's going to stop going to the gym and eat all the ice cream she wants. If a woman can still get a man to ask her out, whether she has no kids or whether she has 5 kids by 5 different men, then she's going to let her vagina be a public utility. As a man, I can understand why any man would want easy sex. Who in the world wants something to be as difficult as possible? But what lames and dudes sucking up for sex don't understand is that they are actually making it harder to get what they say they want. By making it so easy for the lowest quality female to get a man, you actually made these same women think their worn out, overweight, used up panties are made of gold. So now you have women with 4 and 5 kids actually telling you that they expect you to pay a premium to be with them. You have chicks ugly as horse sausage and fatter than a cow's lips telling you that they want you to take them to Victoria's Secret to buy T-back thongs. When you cater to women for sex, you are denying the fundamental truth of men and women. You are telling the women that what they have is more valuable than what you have. You are going to these women with your lips quivering and hat in hand, throwing your last dollar to them because you think that is a negotiation tactic. But you can't negotiate when you're not the one who has the advantage. And when you start out showering compliments and gifts on every undeserving female who comes along, you've just told them that they have the advantage. No wonder you're complaining about women taking all your money. No wonder you're complaining about all women being gold diggers. No wonder you're mad at so-called thugs and athletes and saying women only want a man with big money. All this begging hasn't produced the results you want because at the end of the day, it's a universal truth. Beggars cannot be choosers. Beggars don't have the ability to negotiate. They only have the ability to beg. You want sex to be easy, but as long as you keep kissing up to every woman, no matter how low class she is, you are killing the value of being a man. As men, we have the advantage of being the ones with the money, power, and the fact that there are not enough of us to go around. You are supposed to use those things to your advantage in order to persuade women to do everything they can to cater to us. With as many women as there are and as few black men as there are, black men should have a virtual paradise of gorgeous women built like booty models with education, manners, and morals. But what do we have? We have the hoes that simps built. Women will rise to the level that men demand of them. But if you don't demand a higher standard, then you end up with the lowest standards. As men, we are supposed to use every opportunity to remind women that we are men. And that is why they need us. And by holding them to a higher standard, we are making them better women. By refusing to respect women who make bastard babies, we get women who don't already have kids. By not calling obese women thick, we get women built like swimsuit models instead of women built like toy train models like we do now. By not telling females who pull up booty pics on Facebook with their lips making that pouty fish face that they're sexy, we get women who have character and principles. By not complimenting women on their tattoos, we get women who can wear an evening dress without being a total embarrassment. I have always said, power does not respect weakness. Power only respects power. And there is nothing more powerless than a man who cannot direct, guide, and lead his woman. And no man has ever led anything by begging on his knees.
You see what the problem is, man. You see what the problem is. You see what the problem is. See, it's like this. Women are just like buses. Let's say that you're trying to hop one bus and out in another bus. If you miss the one bus, the first bus, you're gonna go to the second bus. You miss the second bus, then you're gonna catch the third bus. In other words, you're trying to catch third base. Every base that you, it's just like, knocking out a home run, knocking out baseball. It's just like that. Every time you trading on your baseball cards, you try to make it that home run, and always remember, you try to make it in that third base. But what men messed up at is that it's just like, once they don't hit a home run, they ain't gonna never get no damn third base. All they gonna do is gonna hit the ball in a small way and try to get it in each base as much as possible. That's where men mess up. Just like women, they look at men as like the ATM machines. They can stick the money in, stick the money out. They stick us in, they stick us out. It's just like that. But let's make it more better. Women looking at us like we're a pool game to them. In other words, they can hit each ball at us. But every time when they hit the curve ball of the 8, it hit the white ball. Who dominate more, the white ball, the black ball? No, the white ball is more dominant, and you think that the black ball is. The black ball is just being being the servant and reinservative. That's what I'm talking about, and I think that a lot of that is messed up. What's going on? Because I'm telling you, this is the reason why I'm going to turn 27 on my birthday. I have no kids. This is why I don't got no respect for Oprah, Tyler Banks, T.D. Jakes, and all the rest of them, even Steve Harvey, they're trying to say that this is why they look at black men are responsible. And some of that is why are women like that. This is why a lot of black women are mad, because they look at it, they've been raising black men all their lives. But it wasn't like that in the 40s and the 50s, in the 60s and the 70s. What happened? The fetitism came in. If men wasn't raping women, killing women, or destroying women, look what happened. And no wonder why guys complain. Even though women ain't perfect, women did some fucked up things too. They the ones why men are moving out of the home, push out of the home. Why men do the certain things to do. Everybody got to play both roles. Men ain't do it alone. This one, women do it part of the along with the help too. And I think we need to change. And also women got to change as well. It is sad. It is sad. It's sad. It's sad. See, we look at women, it's just like cookie jars, like a cookie jug. You only get one cookie at a time. You don't get much cookie out of the time. No, don't be too damn greediness. Be thankful and be grateful you get one cookie at a time. And that's where men messed up at. Women mess up. They look at men as like ice cream trucks. Every time they get a ice cream, like each for $5 or 9 cents, she only get 2 scoops of ice cream. 2 scoops, or maybe 1 scoop. 1 scoop is enough. But 2 scoops or 3 scoops, that's where women fucked up at right there. You see what I'm saying? This whole man vagina, this Captain Saberhole, these Simps and Thurston, this stuff has got to end, man. Ever since the song called Trigger You Got It Get Out of Hand, and a lot of that is playing a lot of that all out in the South. Over there in West Coast don't play that shit. West Coast are not down with it. New York, I don't think New York ain't down with it. Probably so, but West Coast are the only one. I shout out to West Coast. I roll with West Coast. West Coast ain't with that, because tricking do get your ass killed and set you up some crooked ass females. But it's always Atlanta or Texas are part of this damn trick. Fuck this trick shit. Trick is for kids. Trick is it's supposed to be a special treat meal for grown up, for grown up for grown up people. Trick is for kids, for folks like Rabbit and Silly Rabbit and out of the Easter Bunny and Easter fucking basket. I think that we need to change as men, and also as women. Women need to change as women need to be in women. It's sad, but that's how it is. It's bad enough you can't always think, you can't get the things that you always wanted. I believe if I want something, I ask for it or I earn for it. I never tell women what the fuck they want to hear. I tell women what they need to hear. But it's sending a message. It's telling women what they want to hear. No, because what they want to hear, that's going to get a lot of men in trouble. And women love to tell a man what he likes, what he love to hear, but a real woman tell you what you like to need to hear. See, that's the difference. When is that going to change? When it's going to change? When time reveal the time's running out? Never. Hopefully, change will come enough, enough for the change to come enough real soon, man. But it needs to change, though. If it's not, it's going to all remain the same, and the same remain. And as far as that, shall we go, and around we go, as like a merry-go-round. But this ride has got to stop going each round to where that we always want to go. It starts from here, from there, and what's place it's going to take from there. But all I can say about this, man, is shout out to everybody, all right? And it's your boy Domination. This is back in the basic. Struggle to do this is how we do it, Texas, baby. Until next time, all right? All right. Peace, and I'm out.